Valerie London here, and this is going to be a cross video about my chopper. Now, as most of you know, if you've watched the other video, I'm insane about this chopper. This is what it looks like, and I've overused mine because you see it's a little broken here. So, but it still works great. And the reason I like it, if you haven't watched the other video, is because it has this mechanism, it's a string mechanism that pulls the various attachments to do either chopping or beating. And I call it beating because it's like a high whisk or a high frequency whisk. And these are the attachments, right? So this is the chopper. And I already did a demonstration video on the chopper, but today I'm going to demonstrate the whisk attachment. And I'm going to make chocolate mousse, all right? And it takes about 10 minutes to make if you have all the ingredients set up. And then it tastes yummy as soon as it's made, but if you refrigerate it, it tastes even yummier. And this is a keto version of chocolate mousse. So if you know me, you know that I also have another channel on Facebook. It's called Keto Curiosity. On that, I'm a proponent of that sort of eating lifestyle. All right, so that's the attachment. And now we're going to start putting in our ingredients. So into my little chopper device, I'm going to add some cream, all right? So on the keto program, you're allowed to have cream. And so we want about a cup of cream. So this is my little leftover drizzle that I have in this container. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let me move this over so you can see what I'm doing. And we need some more cream. Did I open this? Nope. So we're going to open this container. And I'm going to add the rest of my cream in here. All right. And I'm going to speed this up when I make the actual video, but I want to show you that I'm pouring this into the container. All right. And if I have a whisk at a spatula at hand, I'll just empty out the rest. And for the keto ingredients for this mousse, this delicious, scrumptious mousse, you're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, preferably is that a teaspoon? This is a half teaspoon, so we need another half. Preferably a non-alcoholic one, all right? And then cocoa. And for that, I'm gonna use 3 tablespoons of cocoa, all right? And 2 tablespoons of this erythritol sweetener that I use, all right? Now, if you like other sweeteners, you're going to have to experiment with the quantity, but these are the quantities I'm using. So I've got 2 scoops, and I use these little kind of scoop things here, which is about a tablespoon, all right? So we're going to have 2 of those. And usually I like to whip it up first with the erythritol before I add the cocoa, right? So we're going to do that, and we're going to whip it up. And I'm going to show you how easy this is. We'll put that in a bit. And all you do is you use this mechanism. So I'll be back when I've done enough pulls, and this has whipped up to a good consistency which I can start adding the cocoa. All right, so I'll be back in a minute. Now I'm back, and I forgot to add half a teaspoon of arrowroot powder, all right? So that's my half a teaspoon of arrowroot powder that I'm going to add to my cream mixture. And then I'm going to add some salt, if I can find it, here in my array of things. So a little bit of salt, not too much, just a little dash of salt, all right? And that's going to cut your chocolate a bit. So it's like 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. All right, we're going to put this back on, and then I'll be back in a few minutes to add the cocoa and the other secret ingredient. All right, back in a sec. Now, after some intense whipping, we've gotten to this point where this is like a creamy, if you can see, It's quite thick, all right? And the Arrowroot helps to do that. And there's going to be no impact or very little impact to your system with the Arrowroot. So you're only going to use a small amount, but it makes this kind of creamy consistency. Now, if you want to stop there, this makes a great dessert on its own, all right? So it's quite thick and luxurious. And I need a container to put, or a plate to put my spoon on. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to add our cocoa, all right? So 3 tablespoons of cocoa, you know, and you don't have to sieve it or anything like that. So you just add it in. 1, 2, and I've got 1 more, 3. One was a bit skimpy, so I'm adding a bit more, all right? And put this away. And then I add 1 cube, and this is where it gets a little messy for me, of chocolate. Now, I use 85% baking chocolate. This one is a soy-free brand that I buy from the health food store. And it's 85% dark chocolate for baking. And I just like the taste of this chocolate. So I melt it, of course. And it looks like, if I don't make a big mess, it looks like that. And then I pour in my chocolate, right? I'm going to use our spoon here to get the residue off. And that's all nicely melted. All right, take that off. Put the lid back on. And now we're going to do some more whipping, and I'll be back when it's all whipped up and ready to go. So we're back. I had to this is what it looks like when it's all whipped. All right, it's just really nice and thick, and I'm going to show you the consistency here. All right, so it's very, very firm, and the Arrowroot powder does that. It's the best natural thickening agent that doesn't affect keto folks. So that's what the mousse looks like. And then what I do is I take out the centerpiece. It's going to be a little messy here. All right. And then we'll clean that off later to get all those little residue bits out. All right. So that's the attachment. And it's just really one utensil that you've used to make this mousse. All right. So just incorporate the bits of cream at the bottom. And then I'll be back to show you what the final thing is in the little pots I have, all right? Okay, I am back with my finished mousses, all right? So I finished them off, I just topped them off with a little bit of crushed almonds, all right? And I'm going to refrigerate these for about an hour and they'll be ready. But they're delicious, and I'm just going to show you the consistency of one of them. So I'm going to put my spoon in here, and we're going to show you how beautiful that mousse is. All right, so I might as well try it, of course, because we're making something wonderful here. So here we go. Empty spoon. Delicious. All right, so all the links for the ingredients, the erythritol, I cannot say that word, but you know what I mean. The substitute sugar link I'm going to put down under this YouTube video, as well as the cocoa that I use, and Arrowroot. I'll put a link for that too. You don't have to buy too much because a little goes a long way, and 1 bottle is going to last you for 1,000,000 years. So you're going to use very little amounts to create this thickening that happens. And you can as I said, you don't have to do it with cocoa. You can do it with vanilla, protein powder, or other flavorings to create different kinds of mousses. And I know there's something else I'm supposed to tell you, but I can't remember what it is. But anyway, make it, love it, enjoy it, and please buy the little blender thingy, because that's me banging around in my kitchen. But this thing is the most amazing contraption, and I just love it. I love the mechanism. I love that it's just one thing that I have to wash, and I don't have to go into too much trouble as far as what's required, and it's fast and efficient. Okay, love this thing, love the mousse. So thank you very much for watching again, and we'll see you at the next video.